to you bearing somewhat bad news for this reading vlog and also my general querying the calendar plans. But as you saw, I finished The Boy from the Mesh, which was really nice, although I struggled to read it consistently and to read a lot because I still struggle to read particularly quickly. But I did it and I published the video last week, so I'm happy with that. However, it wasn't really a genre I would necessarily go for. I do like queer stories, obviously, and I really like learning about what it's like being queer in other places. That's the whole reason I'm doing the series. But I don't usually read like contemporary YA, for example. Now with Beijing Comrades, I'm running into a similar issue where I find it really interesting, obviously, to learn all of the differences. Like, this takes place in the 80s and 90s, like what it's like being a gay man or a bisexual man in Beijing at that time. I don't know. Like, I was reading, and I'm already reading slowly. Obviously, this is an ongoing issue for me. This doesn't have necessarily anything to do with this book. The writing isn't particularly complicated or anything like that. But I was reading, and I was like, why am I doing this to myself? Obviously, this series has a goal, and I want to read the books, but also I'm supposed to be having fun. Like, obviously, learning about these experiences isn't always super nice, but I want to enjoy the books I'm reading. I want to at least learn something. And of course, I'm somewhat learning things from this book, but the protagonist is terrible. I hate him. Then you learn that the love interest at the start of this is 16 and the protagonist is 27. I was like, should I just DNF this book here now? Because I don't want to read that, because this is also erotica. Why does he need to be 16? Most of my annotations are just like, this guy sucks, this guy is an asshole. As much as I've set myself this challenge and I want to obviously do that justice, I also don't want to put myself through that. All of that together to say, I'm gonna DNF this book. Now that I'm DNFing it, I kind of wish I'd done it when it turned out the co-main character, let's say, was 16, would have saved myself a lot of that. I thought it would just be like we're gay and we're in the 80s and it's China, so we're not having a great time about it kind of situation. I didn't really sign up for the rest of that. However, all of this at least means I can continue reading Kitchen by Banana Yoshimoto. It's 2 stories, one of which is significantly longer than the other. I'm about that far in, so I'm on page 94 and I think I have like 10 pages left to the first story, which only should take me a couple of hours to read. I wish I was joking. Yeah, I hope I will enjoy the rest of this more than I unfortunately did Beijing Comrades. Let's get to reading.
Change your energy, yeah, you switch things up. Now you seem but not in me. But was that even for? Was you playing your games? Was you really bored?
Good morning. It's the next day, and I can confirm it was the right choice to DNF Beijing Comrades. I have since restarted Kitchen. While it's still also not my favorite book of all time, at least I'm enjoying it. I don't know, it still has like philosophical things to say. It's funny. I think I struggle slightly more to read it. It's not complicated by any means, but because it is a bit more meandering, I feel I've struggled a bit more, but I'm quite pleased and I hope I'll be finished soon.
After all this time, it's here for us. After all this time, it's here for us. After all this time, it's here for us.